Mondraker is a brand that's steeped in racing history, and it's best known for some of its biggest innovations, such as the four geometry concept that pioneered modern mountain bike geometry, and more recently, the Mind telemetry system. We've been invited to Mondraker HQ in Alicante because Mondraker are releasing a brand new bike that treads new ground for the brand. But first, we're here with Israel, who's going to show us around the brand new headquarters.
So we can see here the production lines where these guys build all the bikes in-house. You can see some of the 2023 latest bikes we are working here. And yeah, this is one of the strengths of our company, that we build all our bikes here in-house. So it's really a cool thing. And here around might be like 80 to 100 people working. So yeah, let's come and check some of the details. So for instance, we can see here every guy is working on his bike that everyone is building, and you can check on screen all the details and just follow all the detailed part that everyone should be following to build the bike from scratch to completely finished product. Here we can see some of the hardtails mountain bikes that we are building today. These are Chrono hardtail alloy model. And well, you can see here every new frame with some tag with the parts that need to be built for each of the individual frame. And yeah, one of the coolest things that we've been carrying out for the last year already is that we have special boxes to box all the bikes that we don't use any kind of plastic. It's all, like you can see here, how the front wheel is boxed like this. And yeah, this is a new style of trying to box the bikes without the use of any plastic inside. So here, pre-production, we prepare the frames, the bare frames, to be assembled upstairs. So everything is carried out here in this big area. This is the prime model, the Bosch hardtail e-bike that we are currently building, assembling upstairs. And yeah, this is how we store all the frames after the pre-built, the pre-production phase carried out here. And yeah, well, we can see here some cool bikes. We have here the first generation Foxy Carbon we introduced back in 2015, and the original forward geometry bike from 2013. So 10 years ago we released the original concept of forward geometry, which was basically this stem we have here. It was just 10 millimeters length, and with the handlebar above the steer tube, and two sizes and different platforms: Factor, Foxy, Dune, and Sumum. So yeah, that's the original forward geometry bike. Here we are currently working on some 2024 new products that we will be releasing for next year. Some special projects that you can see here, this Sumum and Sumum Carbon with special paint jobs, and yeah, always tinkering and trying to make special things here.
So thanks very much, Israel. That is the full tour of the Mondraker place, and it's really great to see what you guys are doing here. It's fantastic to see how massively are expanding. So with that tour done, we've got a bit of a presentation. We're going to go to another hotel and we're going to check out this brand new bike, which we're really excited to see. Yeah. Thanks very much.
Thanks for coming.
Great. So we have come all the way to Alicante to see the brand new Mondraker Dusty, and you can see it's not a mountain bike, but it's an e-gravel bike that marks a turning point for Mondraker's history. As always from Mondraker, it pushes the geometry boundaries just a little bit more, but it also comes with a host of innovative features. So if we start off with that geometry, as you can expect, it comes with the Mondraker's forward geometry concept. So on this medium frame, there's a 405mm reach, there's a 70-degree tube angle, and then there is a 74-degree seat tube angle. The chainstay on this bike in particular is a 425mm, so it's nice and short. As you can see, it's not very gravel bike. It is pretty progressive as far as it goes. It's kind of matching up with the YT Scepter a little bit. So what next? So this is the first gravel bike in the whole of the market at the moment to run Marley's brand new X20 motor. It's a hub-driven motor with a really sleek and fancy down-tube integrated battery. It offers 350 watts of power and 55 Newton meters of torque. But this isn't just the X20 that's been taken off a road bike and then bolted onto this one. Instead, Marley have really spent the time to tune this drive system for gravel specifically. So what we've done is made the power delivery really natural by having it mirror what you put in. So if you're taking it really nice and easy, it will give you a little bit, just give you a helping hand, but if you're really stamping on the pedals, it will really give you a massive boost. When you're not using the power at all, the motor is completely dragless, so you can pedal over the power and you won't be spending all of your battery, or you could just ride it like a normal e-bike. This particular model weighs about, or just over 13 kilos. So if we go back to the frame a little bit, so this one is full carbon apart from the fork, of course, which is a suspension fork, which is excellent. But it features internal cable routing and it's routed into the carbon, so you should be able to pop a cable into the front and it'll come right out of the back nice and easily. And Mondraker, when it comes out of the mould, they measure every centimetre of the frame, and this is to ensure that they have the compliance tuned and the stiffness in the right places to make the bike ride how they want. This also helps the brand save a little bit of weight just by diligently checking over this frame. So on this particular bike there are 3 bottle mounts, but on the lower end models that don't come with a suspension fork, you get even more, and I'm told that you can fit up to 6 bottles. Of course, they don't just have the bottles, they can be frame bags and other kinds of luggage, but that gives it some awesome bike hacking capabilities. So onto the spec of this bike. This is the highest end bike. It will cost you £8,800. This is the Dusty XR. So that means it's a little bit more extreme. So you've got the suspension fork. This is RockShox Rudy Ultimate with about 40mm of travel. And then you get the reverb axis dropper, so it's all wireless. Speaking of wireless, it's wireless axis shifting as well, and I did say axis. So this is a mullet bike, and it's a slightly different thing for gravel bikes. It's not a wheel size, but instead it is like road shifters up the front with a road crank, but it uses mountain bike shifting at the rear. So that's an X01, SRAM X01 shifter, derailleur, sorry. And then it's metered to a Eagle cassette, so you've got a 10 to 52 range to play with. So the cool stuff is that like the Marley head unit here, it is completely removable. So if you don't want to ride with it, you don't have to. And the battery power is really cleverly shown on this top unit here. You turn it on and off, and you can press that one button to go through the 3 power modes. There's green, orange, purple, and that indicates how much power you're putting through. So there's a 44cm wide bar, and we've got some nice carbon wheels from Mavic which are wrapped with Maxxis Ramblers. So these are 700C wheels with 45C rubber. But I'm told that this bike can happily run 650B wheels with 2.1 inch tyres, but you will have to relace that rear hub. So speaking of compliance and things like that, Mondraker has designed the rear end to be super compliant. So we've got the dropped seat stay there, and this is where most of the frame thinning and stuff happens to make it really conform to the trail. We're told that this should just tame down the chatter and make it easier on the ankles. So that is the quick preview on Mondraker's brand new gravel bike. It's a bit different, but it's definitely exciting. So if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and we'll have a first ride video up on this bike very, very soon. We'll also have a full review. As always, thanks very much for watching.